My name's Tom Danaher. I graduated from the University of Manchester in 2015 with first class honours in politics, philosophy, and economics. I now work in London for an investment management company where I am an investment director. So in my current role, my primary responsibility is to look after investments for private clients who either lack the time, knowledge, or experience to invest their money themselves. And that's why communication is absolutely pivotal in our role, because we have to explain what's happening in financial markets and come up with rationale for why we are invested the way that we are. So that's a particularly important skill. Alongside that, having commercial awareness and problem solving are also pretty integral in making good investment decisions and also growing the size of the business that I work for. So my time at Manchester offered me several opportunities to improve my communication skills, whether that was working in small groups on projects during the PPE degree or presenting arguments during some of our philosophy lectures. So communication was a really crucial skill that I picked up during my time in Manchester. Also refined commercial awareness through some of the things we did outside of the course, so various societies and things like that, and also partly through the economics modules that I chose. And problem solving, that's something that you sort of stumble across all the time when studying for a degree, competing deadlines, clashes of outside interests and university work. So lots of problems to solve, and also just living independently for the first time. When I moved up to Manchester, plenty of problems involved on a personal level as well. So yeah, certainly university refined my skills in each of those three areas. So again, I think when you come into a large organization as a graduate, you really are a small fish in what can feel like a large pond. And I think one of the ways in which you can gain a reputation, whatever you do, is to be able to communicate with people who quite often have decades more experience than you. So it's one thing, to have come through and obtained a good degree from Manchester. Clearly, you're quite a bright individual, but being able to apply that and convey it to other people, that's a hard part, frankly, moving into a professional job. And so in this job, yeah, communication is probably the most important of the three, because you can demonstrate that at any stage of your career. And then as time goes on, things like commercial awareness, understanding what good business practices are, and being able to contribute to a business's growth is increasingly important. So that's the one which you refine probably a little bit further along your journey in your career. Problem solving, again, working in a large organization, there are problems aplenty, and if you can find a niche in some particular area that helps to solve problems within the business, that's another way of gaining a good reputation and making progress in your career. So that's why I selected those three as sort of really important ones. Actually, I got quite a lot of help from the careers service when I was at the University of Manchester. I would have been in my second year of my PPE degree when I applied for various internships in financial services. At that point, I just knew I wanted to go and work in London for the summer and have a great time. And so the careers service really, really helped me in putting forward a really good application and interview for that job, which I eventually landed. That was in a slightly different role to the one that I currently do, but it certainly teed me up for my graduate applications, which I came to do in my third year of undergraduate study. In terms of what influenced that decision to go into the investment industry, I think if you study a course like PPE, you do have a natural curiosity about how the world functions. And certainly in my case, I was particularly interested in sort of current affairs and markets, well, from a fairly young age, to be honest. So if you can do a job that allows you to think about all of those things all day long and make decisions based on your sort of knowledge of the world and what you think might happen, what might be around the corner, that was a really good opportunity for me. So yeah, joined the investment industry at the age of 21 and haven't looked back.